somebody right now, I feel it. Somebody is trying to be in their feelings right now. Talking about, I'm going to feel you, and that's your voice. I'm going to feel guilty if I'm happy that I'm alive. No! You're the reason. I don't know what God doing. Trust me, I ain't the one trying to figure out what he doing. And I ain't questioning. I do question him sometimes. We talk. But don't let the enemy trick you into feeling that you shouldn't celebrate because your loved one isn't still here. Don't feel guilty for being happy that you're still here. Be thankful. What's good, yo? Wow! It is your boy, Mr. Orlin, and thank you for tuning in to the Faith, Fitness, and Flow podcast. That's your girl,
Mr. Yes.
And y'all, it is week 48 of 52. And this week, we got a heck of a show to bring to y'all. But Mr. Yes, I am so excited because this week is all about giving thanks. And it is a wonderful time to be alive. How you doing today, Miss A.S.?
I'm doing very well.
Very well?
Mm-hmm.
Now, hold up. That is not the response I thought I was going to get from you because you are, and I mean this in a good way, you are a foodie. And this week is kicking off this Thanksgiving week. So, you only all right? What's going on? Because I just knew I was going to get a long list
I said I'm
of
doing
stuff.
very well.
What are you looking forward to most of eating?
I actually don't know what I'm going to eat. I think my uncle is going to fry. I pray that he fries a turkey. So I will go and see my aunt and uncle. Thanksgiving is going to look a little different because of the pandemic, and some family members made different plans. So it's like we're more scattered versus together. So it's a little tough. I thought it would be a little different because I live back in Atlanta and this is home for me. But it's like, this is a little weird. But I'm thankful for my aunt and uncle for always opening their doors for me. And so I am going to embrace the change. And my aunt can bake her butt off. So I am so excited about whatever she bakes. That is her God-given talent. So I'm so excited about what she bakes, and I'm hoping that my uncle fries a turkey, and that'll be enough for me. No expectation. I don't have any expectations because what I really wanted is not going to actually happen this Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of going with the flow and just embracing the change, whether I like it or not. But I'm thankful for like my aunt and my uncle and the people that I will see on that day, and just trying to adjust to what it is. You know what I'm saying? Versus what I wish it was. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I understand. So your family is used to doing a big Thanksgiving hurrah? Okay.
I know you go to at least two different houses, and one on one side of town, one on the other. Like, it's like a big deal. My mom is one of 7. So like if I go to like my aunt's house, all my cousins are there, and it's just, I really miss that. Don't get me to tearing up talking about it. I didn't realize how much I missed it until all of that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So because of the pandemic and because of whatever personal reasons why people are not all gathering together, it's kind of weighing on me because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? When I lived away, it was like, I know how to cook. Like, I cook, so I can do what I do by myself. But I just I think with being back home, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be around all my family. And it's like a lot of families still not gathering together because of the pandemic. And then you have, people might be going out of town. It's just, things are so different. And I just, try not to let it weigh on me. And I'm so, like I said, I'm so thankful for my aunt and uncle, because I don't know what I would do if I probably would just stay in a house or whatever. But I'm so thankful for them. I don't even think they understand how thankful I am for them, because this is like kind of a sad time of year for me. So I'm just pulling it
Look,
together.
we gonna give that family they roses, they welcome, I mean their thank yous, their claps, everything right now, y'all. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving week to everybody. And if you're checking out the Faith, Fitness, and Flow podcast on Thursday, blessings to you. Make certain that you take the headphones out so everybody can hear what we're going to talk about today. This is a great podcast to talk about. And if y'all kind of heard Miss say yes, she was like, oh, I didn't feel no thing until you get to talking about it, right? And again, God knows how to move us. So Miss say yes, you and I are going to have a good conversation today. And all of our listeners and all our watchers, y'all can just tune on in, lean in a little bit, and y'all are going to enjoy yourselves also. Because the name of the game this week, the theme for this week is what a time to be alive. I know it might not feel like it. I know it might not look like it. But trust me, by the end of this podcast today, I got a feeling you're going to also put your hands up and say, what a time to be alive. Now, Miss A.S., before I jump right into it, right? Thanksgiving for me is, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it be rough. Holidays are usually rough for me. It's the opposite. Like, I'm always in Florida and all my family is in New York. So I be the only one down here like, yo, I could cook, but I do my own thing. So this year I'm actually home. By the time we release this one, I'll be home. So I'm excited to be with my mom, be with around my family and loved ones. Y'all know this would be the first major holiday that the family experiences without knowing my brother, without my brother being here. So I'm excited that I get a chance to be around moms, my family, everything. We're gonna have us a good time this Thanksgiving, and then y'all know y'all gotta go listen where we getting ready to head and do some things. So for the Faith Report, Miss A.S., I want to talk to y'all again. What a time to be alive. We are going to come from Ecclesiastes 11, 7 through 9. Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, that word too. You listen. Stop trying to correct me and everything that I be saying now. Look.
The listeners are going to correct you.
We don't look. We ratchet Christians. All we see is ECC. We don't even know what that be meaning.
That's incorrect. That's not ratchet. That's just wrong. Just fix it.
How you pronounce it?
Ecclesiastes.
You start mumbling. Say it clear so the people in the back can hear you.
Ecclesiastes. Did I say it right?
I don't know. You don't want to correct people.
You said
I don't know how to say it. So I said, like a referee basketball.
You don't know how to say it. Mine is right and yours is wrong, but continue.
You tried to correct me. You corrected me. I said Ecclesiastes.
You don't say that all week.
Yeah, y'all go and talk about it at the Thanksgiving table. Go ask grandma. Go ask grandma. Pause the podcast.
Ecclesiastes and not Ecclesiastics or whatever you just said.
Y'all pause the podcast. Pause the YouTube. Go get your praying auntie and ask her right now.
Get your aunt, your uncle. If you still have your grandma, blessed to have your grandma alive like I do. Ask your grandma. It's Ecclesiastes.
It's all good. I just want y'all to have conversation with the people around y'all this holiday season right now. So y'all go talk to them. We're going to jump in to Ecclesiastes 11, whatever she said, pronounce it, verse 7 through 9.
That sounds correct. That's what I hear. Correct.
Whatever y'all say. Cool beans. Tomato. It is what it is. But the world, y'all, will make you think that it is not a good time to be alive, that we are facing the end of time, the end of the world. But God. That's what I'm going to put a but God. And I'm going to share with y'all, I'm going to break that down to y'all why it's a wonderful time to be alive. Somebody say yes. What you got good with the fitness report for us today?
Well, the fitness report will look a little bit more like wellness today. Wellness.
Ooh.
Thank goodness for Boston, Massachusetts, that just basically passed a bill that would guarantee annual mental health wellness exams. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to touch on that a little bit. And I'm actually going to give you 10 ways to improve your mood naturally.
You said wellness, right? I thought we was gonna do some time. I got my weights and everything. I must have misread what you sent me today. Like, I got weights. I was ready, but we got a whole nother. I guess I'm gonna have to lean in, y'all, cause I must have read the wrong article. Y'all see, I got weights and everything. I was excited. I thought it was the prop. It went. It's all good, y'all. But I'm super excited to hear about this because with Boston, they gonna lead the way up north. Wellness checks for everybody. Miss A.S., I'm looking forward to diving into that one with us. But before we jump into that, y'all, God is amazing. Like, can I get a hallelujah, amen, y'all? Yes, Lord. Yes. It's Thanksgiving. I just got hungry. Y'all. Sorry. All right. So, what our prayer request? Not sorry. Excuse me. Life is life, y'all. And prayer is the power up. And sometimes we just need a couple of prayer partners with us. Sometimes we just need somebody we can text and say, hey, just pray for me a little bit, because when two or more are gathered together, then the word will not come back void. So do us a favor. If you want to get added on to our prayer, on our prayers, if you want us to make sure we're praying for you, send us a text. Text the word prayer to 850-204-3499. Text the word prayer. We'll add you to the prayer list, and we'll make certain that we pray with you and for you. So, Miss Say Yes, it is a time to be alive.
It is.
I'm ready to take week 48 to the Lord in prayer. You ready for us to take this one to the Lord in prayer, Miss Say Yes?
Sure.
Let's go to God in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for another day, another dollar. We thank you, dear Lord, because as we look to our left and we look to our right, it seems that negativity is all around us. Dear Lord, it seems that this global pandemic has caused so many problems and there's no end in sight. But God, your word is always breathing life into us. Your word is always correcting us. Your word is always guiding us, dear Lord. So this week, this Thanksgiving week, dear Lord, give us something to be thankful for, dear Lord. And if we can't remember, dear Lord, let us dig deep to a time where we were thankful. Dear Lord, let us not just focus on what's around us or what we think we can see. But dear Lord, let us be able to open our eyes in a spiritual way, dear Lord. That when we look to the left and we get cut off, we know that was you slowing us down into something that was going to cause us destruction. When we go to open up something and the letter isn't saying what we wanted to say, thank you, dear Lord, for the rejection, for we know that you got another direction for us to go, dear Lord. We thank you, God, because it is a wonderful time to be alive. The world may want to deceive us. The world may want to trick us. But you, God, are an amazing God. And if we keep our eyes on you, if we keep our mind on you, and we keep our mouth giving you the praises, all things will come to pass according to your perfect will and your perfect way. We thank you. We honor you. And thank you, Lord, for blessing Nene, Shanae, Big Junebug, and all of them that's throwing down in the kitchen this week. These blessings we ask in your son Jesus' name. Amen. Lord. Miss Say Yes. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the lights from all of the camera, or I don't know if God himself just jumped on into this room, but the excitement that I have balled up in me right now. Woo! I'm excited. I gotta clap again, y'all. Hey, y'all, God is so good. Like, he's... Miss Ayers. So, yeah. I really believe right? And based on what you were talking about earlier, right? So let's have a little conversation with this faith report, right? Because the world wants us to really think that we are living in the last days.
But we are.
I'm gonna argue that one. We are, okay.
You're gonna argue with Revelation.
Okay, so let's talk about Revelations then. If you want to, I'm not arguing with Revelations. Matter of fact, I had this conversation. Okay. It's funny you say that. I'm looking at my notes so I can bring these two together. I'm gonna go back to Travis Scott. So I'm gonna jump a little bit. So I was talking to my frat brother this weekend. Florida State played. Who did they play? What them people called? They do something like this, or it was a miss, or it's broken. The U. That's who we played. We kicked the U's butt. Florida State University did, and I got an opportunity to talk to one of my frat brothers that is enrolled in, what's the school called when you about to be a pastor?
Oh.
Divinity School, right? No. Divinity? I think it's Divinity, y'all. Pretty certain. Yeah, it's Divinity School. So I was talking to my frat brother, and we started talking about Revelations. So I don't got a problem, but this is what I asked him. I was like, people that don't read the Bible or thoroughly have read Revelations from start to bottom, start to finish. I think most, and then those that have read it, so those that have not read it front to back themselves, and those that have not actually asked questions, I don't think most people understand what Revelations really mean. And this was a conversation I was having with him. Revelations talks about how things are going to look. It's a setup, right? He gives you, all right, certain stuff is going to happen, then certain stuff is going to happen, and then I'm going to do this. But Revelations don't say on X time at X date this is going to end. It literally leaves it on a ...
Right. Because some things still have to take place.
Okay.
Things are still happening.
Has to take place. So I said to my frat brother, it's funny, he kind of said the same thing. He was like, he agreed. It ends on a ... And he said in school, they taught him the first thing they teach the students is to read Romans. Start out by reading Romans. And then that's what made me realize, we are in an amazing time. Because if you think about the Bible, right? Like there was so much going on. You had wars, you had conflict, you had a lot of people winning, right? So since a lot of people were winning, and then of course you had your conflicts and all, I got to thinking, Romans, in our world, we say when stuff ain't right, we say it's full, right? Like that's full. That means that's just totally out of whack. Romans, the world was full. You had misogyny going on. You had people serve. It was a lot, right? I don't even want to quote it wrong. Listen, it was a lot. And I kind of like Romans, I ain't gonna lie. It's like a super thriller. But as I started reading that, and then I started looking at where we are now, I think we're closer to Romans than we are Revelations. Because the world was full. You had people doing what they want to do, people doing what they want to do now. It seems like what was going on then, and then how he was like, look, I'm warning y'all, I need y'all to get right. Because if y'all don't get right, then we going left. Then we gonna get to Revelations quicker. So I feel like we are actually living in the same time as what was going on when Jesus and them was actually walking. And I think that was an amazing time to be alive. So let me show y'all a little bit of, I was supposed to get into that one. So let me go back. Let me ask you this question, right? The world wants us to think that nothing is good happening, right? The media, I pause because I gotta say it. Donald Trump. Folk didn't like you, however you may feel about him, right? But one thing about Trump, Miss AS, he called out the media. When the media was doing media things, and he was king media, so he know the tricks, right? He was calling them out. So, are you familiar with Travis Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar about this Astro World concert that he just threw?
Yeah, I had somebody that's very dear to me that was supposed to go to that concert and they did not, and I am so happy that they did not.
Now, listen, we are not here. I'm not about to break down the security that should have been there, this and that, the whole setup. We're not talking about that right now. All right. However, they, meaning the media, want you to think that everything is bad. So now it's scaring you to want to go to this concert or that concert because they making it seem like Travis Scott, for example, was performing, people were getting trampled, and he was just still doing his thing. Like, man, ain't nothing good. I don't care. I got my check. I'm just about to rap, even though the people getting trampled and they dying. That's what the media made you feel like, right? However, I just saw some film that he literally was rapping and he stopped the show like, yo, media, security, get there, or medical, get. So he actually did stop. But the world, the media, y'all, wants us to feel that nothing is going right. Everybody wants you dead. Nobody is for you. But guess what? That's why you're listening. We care about you. We literally care about you, and we want you to know that it is a wonderful time to be alive. So,
we weren't there. So, prayers to those families that did lose their loved ones there. You know, everything will unfold as they continue to investigate.
Yeah. And so I don't want nobody to think, because let me say this. Again,
that was tragic.
It was tragic. Again, not saying it wasn't tragic. That's why I started by saying that we're not talking about the logistics and all of that. We're talking about simply the people make it seem like the people, the media. And I've even had some folk argue with me. He ain't this and that. We gonna cancel him because... And I'm like, yo. But now that this...
But we weren't there, so we don't know.
I know what I saw. And what I saw was this man stop the show, asked for the show to be stopped to get some people help. And the first thing that came out said that he didn't. He didn't care and he kept going. So the world will make you think what they want you to think. Like, the world is not a great place. But there's a lot of great people in this world. You just happen to be around the wrong people. And it is okay, because today we gonna find out how to make certain we make ourselves happier. Or understand that the world is a good place. And the way that we gonna start that one is Ecclesiastes. I'm gonna go with Ecclesiastes. I'm gonna say Ecclesiastes 11, 7 through 9. The word is right here, all right? Those that's reading the Bibles, you're going through it. All right, please go, move over, go to the app. Yep, right there. All right, verse 11, verse 7 through 9. It says, it is good to be alive. It's saying right here, I promise. All right, verse 8. You should enjoy every day of your life, no matter how long you live. But remember that you will die. And you will be dead much longer than you were alive. And after you are dead, you cannot do anything. Verse 9. So young people, you and I, everybody listening to the Faith, Fitness, and Flow podcast, enjoy yourselves while you are young. Be happy. Do whatever you want. But remember that God will judge you for everything you do. Now, y'all, let's say yes, I got super excited when I saw that, one, it already said it's a wonderful time to be alive. Like, it's great to be alive. Now, you may be asking yourself, you may be saying to yourself, there's not anything good going on in the world. So you want me to go around a world that is not happy. So this is what I did, Miss A.S. Let me pull them up. I found some cool things that are actually happening in the world, right? These are some things that happened in the last 2 years. So the IEA's annual report contained a hidden nugget of very, very good news. This was last year, 2020. The number of people without access to electricity dropped from 860 million to 770 million, a new record low. Africa has made particularly good progress. The number of people gaining access to electricity doubled from 9 million a year in 2013 to 20 million a year by 2019. Just some little things for us to look at that it's a lot going on good, but of course the media has a job to do and they only want to show us the negative things, right? So, number one, holidays are coming up. You're trying to figure out, I don't like this, I don't like that, and you could have a good reason. Trust. Your favorite host and co-host, we have our real reasons for not, we can choose to be sad if we want to. And I think God would be like, you know what, you got it. But I think God would be even more excited if he realizes that, if he sees us knowing we may be hurting, but we trust God that everything works according to his perfect will in his perfect way. So I am making a conscious effort to smile. Even when I'm not feeling that great, I'm gonna give myself that time. But Miss Say Yes, hey y'all, Miss Say Yes been on me. She be like, this her voice, y'all. She be like, all right, Mr. Olin, you need to allow yourself time. And, you know, if you need to cry, you can cry.
That is not my voice.
That's how I hear. That's how I hear, right? Okay.
That is not my voice. Because you do have to allow yourself to cry and to feel and to have your moments. Like, I was getting ready to tear up just talking about my feelings about the holidays. So it's normal, and just, you know, especially when things don't look like what you would have thought they would have looked like, or the people that you love are not around. So it's okay to feel those emotions, but feel those emotions, get it out, and you got to pull yourself together and move forward. Because I mean, the show must go on. The marathon continues. We in this thing. So
the marathon continues. So, Miss Say Yes, hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. I got something for us. All right, y'all bear with me. Yeah. Okay. I had to stop it before we get before they get us and say we can't do that no more. All right. Hold on, let me move her out the way. Let me move that out the way. Let me close that down, y'all. All right, so I know y'all know Drake, and I know y'all know Future, but it's a time to be alive, and I got 3 things for you, real quick. Number 1, go look at somebody in the house. Go give them a high five and say, what a time to be alive. I woke up, and so did you. Woo!
I'll say that to my dog later.
Listen. That's number 1, yo.
So I'll tell them later.
That's number 1. Why is it a wonderful time? Is because you're alive. No lie. Hopefully I don't cry. I was going to referee. I had a triple header tonight, right? So I had a triple header of basketball. I had a girls' middle school followed by a boys' middle school. It was not great basketball, but that's when you learn. Followed by a boys' JV game. So it got progressive. It went like slow, faster. On my way to the game, I was starting to feel some type of way, and I was like, oh, during this moment is when I usually, y'all know, for those that have siblings, y'all know, younger middle children, we just like to bother. I'm a middle child, and we like to just bother our siblings sometime. Like, hey, you know, I got time to kill, so let me go call my little brother. My big brother or my little sister. So I was driving, and I was like, dang, I want to call my brother. I got a little sad. And I had to realize, I heard Miss Say Yes' voice say, it's okay. Have your emotions, embrace them, and move on. I had to referee a basketball game, so I couldn't just be all super sad in the basketball games. Like, God just knows what he's doing. So when I get on that court, get my whistle on, tuck in, looking all, feeling official, beep, you know, I can do that. But I promise I heard, right before I got out of the car, you alive. I'm laughing at that, but that's so real, y'all. You alive. Don't be upset. Wait. Stop. Somebody right now, I feel it. Somebody is trying to be in their feelings right now. Talking about, I'm going to feel you, and that's your voice. I'm going to feel guilty if I'm happy that I'm alive. No! You're the reason. I don't know what God doing. Trust me, I ain't the one trying to figure out what he doing. And I ain't questioning. I do question him sometimes. We talk. But don't let the enemy trick you into feeling that you shouldn't celebrate because your loved one isn't still here. Don't feel guilty for being happy that you're still here. Be thankful because number one, it's a good time to be alive because you woke up. Number two, everybody, not some of us, not a couple of us, everybody is trying to figure it out. And that is a wonderful thing, Miss Sayes. Have you heard about I'm actually asking you this question. Have you heard about Facebook?
What about it?
They changed their name. They ain't Facebook no more.
Yeah.
They're now called Meta. Meta is short for metaverse. The metaverse is not owned by anybody. That's a whole nother discussion. I'm gonna get some of my crypto people to talk about that one because I don't know enough to actually talk to y'all intelligently. I can talk to y'all fake the funk. But the metaverse is the web. We in 1.0, 2.0. We're in 1.0 right now on the web. So the metaverse is 2.0. That's augmented reality. That's being able to put glasses on. Amazon. My Amazon shoppers, y'all know y'all use this little phone thing right here and y'all trying to see if the desk fits your room. Augmented reality. That's part of the metaverse. So you got people like Mark Zuckerberg. You got people like Jeff Bezos. And then you have people like your local principals and congressmen and women all trying to figure out what's next. Some people just got a little bit more money so they can play around with it. But it's a wonderful time because we're all trying to figure it out. It may look like some of us got it more together. That's just because during the pandemic, when they shut everything down, they started hearing the idea. They started writing it out. And then the most important part, they started planning it. And then they put it into action. And that's what you're seeing. So it's okay if you're not where you want to be yet, because everybody is trying to figure this thing out right now. What a wonderful time. It's like when the gold rush was going on, right? Everybody started moving to the west. Welcome to the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild. Okay, they started going to the west. Everybody trying to figure it out. There's gold here. There's gold there. Everybody gets some gold. Right now, the block is hot right now. We ain't talking about the cops raiding it, y'all. So it's okay. We're all on the same playing field. And last but not least.
Yeah.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
You're not gonna give yourself a drum? Okay, so I gotta put my cup down and give you a little fake drum roll. Okay.
Drum roll.
I don't do all that. I can tap on my thing.
I was giving you. I did the boop when you stopped. The teamwork, man. Yo, I got it in my notes here. It literally say, "Try drum roll thing again." I heard your boop. I know. Okay, number 3 of why it's a wonderful time to be alive, and you probably don't even realize this, right? You know God. Dun 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 dun. I'm gonna say it again in case you missed it. Number 3, the reason that it is a wonderful time to be alive is because you know God. You know Jesus. How do I know? Because you're listening to the Faith, Fitness, and Flow podcast. And if you don't know him, we're talking about him enough that we done gave you either Ecclesiastics or Ecclesiastes, depending on who you're asking, 11, 7 through 9. So if anything, you can go read it there and go and find your way. But there's probably a great chance that you, I'm going to say it's like 99% chance that you know God and that you know Jesus, right? Do you know that there are people in your city? I mean, people right in Rochester, people right in Atlanta, DC, Charlotte, Macon, Georgia, Orlando, Tallahassee. There's people right in your city that never have heard the gospel. There are people that don't know about the good work of Jesus. But you do. Come on, man. Listen, y'all. Thank you, Lord. Did I tell y'all? All right, and then I'm gonna wrap up with a story. Miss A.S., did I tell y'all about the story of I randomly went to this church and I didn't want to go to? Did I talk about that on the podcast? Okay, cool. Right. So let me bring it together right now. You know
what you do? I'm a little nervous about this one. You went to a church and then what?
I ain't been inside nobody.
I'm nervous, y'all, to even ask.
Okay, bring it together, y'all. Bring it together. Just missed all that. All right, y'all. The reason I'm laughing so hard, I ain't been inside a church in a long time, and I still wasn't in the congregation. I mean, in the sanctuary, all right? But, So, you know God. And I took that note that people don't know the gospel, because I took it for granted. I'm not going to lie. I was like, everybody in the world knows about Jesus. And at this workshop that I went to, I was trying to debate if I should tell you how I got there. I'll tell you how I got there in a second. But, so, I was at this spot, and I was at the church, and the guy was talking about how many people, he showed a slide, and the slide showed how many people around the world aren't Christians. And then it was like, there's a growing population in the world that are atheists.
Okay.
So as he started breaking down the numbers, like the number was in the millions. I want to say it was like 5.3 million people don't know Jesus or have never heard the Gospels. And that got me to thinking.
Interesting.
Right. This is around the globe. So it got me to thinking. And while I was starting to think, then he mentioned, because again, I'm in Tallahassee, Florida. He mentioned they were just out doing what they do, talking to people about the word of Christ and about God, and about Jesus. And they talked to somebody and was like, do you know Jesus? And they was like, no, tell me about this thing. He was like, do you know about salvation? He was like, no, I don't know nothing about that either. Tell me about it. And I'm like, yo, was this person like crazy? He said it was a college student. So there are students, your age, my age, your little cousins in them age. We're not talking about just older people, y'all. There are people that don't know Jesus. But because you do, that
you
means
give
that
your own self a clap? Okay.
Yes, I give my own. That was Jesus. Like I feel it. I was getting hyped for that one. So because you know Jesus, you know about the Gospels, you know about Ecclesiastes 11:7-9, you know about 1 Corinthians 9:24-27, where we strike a blow to our body and we don't just get a crown, but we get a crown that will last forever, the test of time. We got these different things. So the fact that you know Jesus is your cheat sheet to make it a wonderful time. This Thanksgiving, somebody ain't there. You might not even want to be there. I take this one from my mom. Thank you, Mom. Mom's was like, listen, go. Sometimes you got to get out. God can work when we get out. If you don't like being there, you can simply leave. And that's how I got to that random church. So what happened was, how did I meet that guy? Okay. If you build it, they will come. My frat brother asked me to bring We Do It Bigger. We got jumbo screens. It might be a link in the bio. But we got the jumbo screens, so we set up the screens. Mm-hmm. It happened to be the coldest night in Tallahassee this year that night.
You guys gotta get like little heaters and little...
Listen, this
create a little fire pit. You know, you gotta be creative.
Yes, but Miss Say Yes, this Tallahassee.
Yeah, they not thinking about that.
This was last month, right? This was last month. We wasn't expecting it to be. It was just hot, like 2 days before that.
Yeah.
So it came in quick. So saying that to say nobody showed up, but the people that God wanted to show up. So your cousins and them sometimes be nosy, right? So we had the door closed. We just doing our own thing. Next thing you know, the door opens up. I almost told y'all what I almost said, but think about it, right? Whoa, people. I was scared. Ain't gonna lie. I was not expecting people to randomly open the door. Okay, and one of them looked like Santa Claus. No lie. Man looked like Santa Claus, right? So it wasn't none of the bros, none of that. So he walks in. Long story short, they see the screen, and all three of them, one was a blind guy, partially blind. He was like, I got a blind film fest, and I would like to use your screen. The Santa Claus, he told me his church has an event going on a couple days, on Sunday. That was Friday. He was like, on Sunday, his church got something going on. Come through, they can use the screens. I'm trying to get this money. Y'all know me. So I pull up, right? Miss S, I pull up, I sit down in the car. I was late. He told me 6 o'clock. I was working on some podcast stuff. And then I went to the popcorn shop and they took longer with my order. So I was late. So I pulled up anyways because I'm like, listen, we still gonna do what it do. I backed my car in. I ain't know where the door was at. I ain't know nothing about this church. It's a massive church. I've been past this church numerous times. Ain't never been there before. I don't know how to get into this church. Backed my car up and God spoke to me. Boom! Got an idea. Yes! Glad I got out of the house. Glad I showed up. I wrote that idea down. And God said, nah, you still got something to do. I was like, I don't want to go. This is the white people church. I ain't gonna lie. This is the white people church. I'm late. I ain't dressed no way. Like, I'm looking real urban. So you know what I did? Got my car and I heard it. Just show up. Just show up. And then after I moved my car a little bit, I was like, you know what? Let me just pass by. Let me pass by this way and then loop back around. And I heard, say yes and show up. This says, I said yes that I would come.
If the shirt fits.
If the shirt fits, put it on. So I said yes, and I was outside. So I started thinking about our interview, right? And I was like, wait a minute, the original interview. And I said, wait a minute, if I said yes, but I gotta actually show up. I'm here. I'm on the outside. I ain't really showed up yet. And then my mama said, just
did you commit to it though? Did you let them know that you were coming? You gotta keep your word if you
probably because it was about money, yeah.
So you needed to you had to see it. You needed to see that through.
So I had to see it through, right? So y'all, now here's the shout part, right? This is how I got good, and I want y'all to understand, like, we gotta show up. So I took my car, I parked the car, and I drove by a door, and I just had a feeling. God told me that's where they at. Again, massive building, but he was like, that's where they at. So I parked. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go in. Then I got nervous. And I said, forget that. I'm walking in. I hadn't eaten all day. Mm-hmm. Forgot that he told me they had a food set out. Because y'all know I'd have been there. I'd have ran in that thing. Forgot that it was a food set out. So I'm thinking I'm hungry. I'm tired. I got all of the reasons not to go. I walk in. The moment I walk in, the man, I texted him and told him I was coming, right? I'm running late. I'll still be there. He ain't replied to my text. I walked in. He literally was walking towards me, going to the table to get food. I was like, as much as I delayed and did this and did that, I knew, okay, God doing something. Like, I literally walked in and I see him. Okay, God's doing something. I'm in the right place. And then I saw food. And he made eye contact with me. I made eye contact with him. Went and talked to him. He was like, yo, get you a plate, and then go sit over there. I'm sitting at that table. Go sit next to the man in the red shirt. I get my food, y'all. I go sit next to the man in the red shirt. It's the only other black man in the area, and I've known this man since I've lived in Tallahassee. We got to talking. They was like, what brought you here? I said, Santa Claus. They was like, no, for real, what brought you here? And I told them the story that I explained to you, how we met, and they were just like, nothing but God. So I'm saying all of that to say that it is a wonderful time to be alive because I know God, because I know that we talked about last week, the week before that God doesn't always call us to be successful. God calls us to obey. If we follow what he wants us to obey, there's no way we can fail. We got to stop thinking that he's calling us to be successful. Some of the events and endeavors that we go through might not lead to immediate satisfaction for us, but it's going to affect the overall plan. Mm-hmm. Me putting up the screen allowed God to send those people in the building, which allowed them to ask me to be in a certain place, which gave me the opportunity to say yes and show up, to see God at work so we can explain the situation to you.
I'm just happy that you follow through with it.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm glad I followed through with it because that food was good, yo. Not only was it good.
You're talking about the food. I'm talking about you being a man of your word. Like that impression that you left, that was necessary. So if you can't do something, then just say, I'm busy or I got something going on. But if you say you're gonna be there if you can.
I actually did have something going on, but he told me something else, so I was like, so I gave myself an out. But I'm super glad that I did it, because had I not, we wouldn't have been able to talk about it right now. And whatever me talking about, look, it ain't done. It's like Revelations. This is the ... So by me showing up and being obedient, I'm now able to talk to you. And I don't know what conversations you're going to have at the Thanksgiving dinner table or whenever you're going to listen to this. So I'm super excited. Y'all go ahead. If y'all haven't already, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and also make certain to share this with at least 2 people, even if they're in the house with you right now. I appreciate that, y'all. And that's it. It is a wonderful time to be alive. WATTBA. That's what I'm gonna start calling this week. WATTBA. Anytime I ain't feeling good, WATTBA. You might be asking yourself, if you wasn't paying attention all the way, WATTBA. Say it right now. I promise you, if you say WATTBA 3 times with enthusiasm, go ahead, Miss Say Yes. I bet you can't do it without feeling great.
I cannot.
Come on. Do it for the people.
WATTBA.
WATTBA. Y'all say it with some energy and some enthusiasm. Come on, one more time.
You giving me Eddie Murphy vibes. WATTBA.
Yeah, she ain't even give a lot of energy and still smile. That's God doing, y'all. I promise y'all. He said it. Funny. WATTBA. What a time to be alive. Just say it to yourself out loud. It's gonna shift your atmosphere. Now, before we jump into this fitness report, I do need y'all to make certain on Instagram, help us out. Faith, Fitness, and Flow podcast. Make certain that you like us right now. Click link in bio. I just set up a whole new flow page. It's super dope. Everything related to the podcast, it's on there. Check us out. Now, Miss Say Yes.
Yes.
I done talked myself to death. Not to death. I'm sorry, y'all. I done talked myself. I done talked to y'all, and I'm still excited about this article. So I'm ready to shut up and dissect and learn from you today for this fitness report.
So I'm going to discuss the wonderful Boston, Massachusetts. I'm excited about the things that they're doing as far as wellness exams. So basically, Massachusetts residents they'll be able to get a mental health wellness exam along with their physical exams at no cost. So I'm really hoping that this mental health bill, they're going through a debate still, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it's going to get passed. So.
Speak that thing into existence.
So Senate, please. It's supposed to go through, they're supposed to have a debate next week. So hopefully by the time we come back to the next podcast, Boston, Massachusetts will have this amazing bill. I think it's amazing. Amazing. Because during the pandemic, a lot of things regarding mental health facilities and things like that. I don't know if you know, a lot of the care and the funding was cut, right? So this is huge. Like I laugh a lot, I smile a lot, we joke a lot, but this is coming from healthcare and currently working in research. This is huge. Like Boston, Massachusetts, like they are setting the tone for what could happen in other cities and states and things like that. So I'm really hoping that the Senate say yes and show up.
And it's the state Senate we talking about, right?
Right. I mean, I just think it's so. A lot of people don't believe in, seeking that mental evaluation and getting the care that they need. But a lot of times when people do try to go, it's the expense. So this will allow them to get their mental health wellness exams along with their physical exams at no cost. So this is huge, you guys. So I'm really praying that Boston, Massachusetts get this passed, because it's going to set the tone for other cities and states that the funding was cut completely. Well, not completely, but almost. You might as well say almost completely, when a lot of jobs and things were lost. So I'm rooting for Boston on this one.
So what is a mental? I understand what a physical is, right? Play football, you got to go get your physical, all of that. So what is a mental exam, though?
Let me come back to you on that, because my specialty is not mental health. I do have some amazing women in my life where that was their specialty.
Oh, okay. So they didn't mention. I would have thought that that's something they would have talked about, though, because they saying like an exam. That's all. I was curious.
It's looking like more so for the behavioral professional. So I did work in an autism center. Okay. So we had 2 different programs. I did the scheduling actually for 2 different programs for autistic children.
Okay.
Years ago. But I would say that the behavioral professionals, if we're still on the lines of that will help your more autistic children. So which is huge. It's so huge. If you ever worked in an autism facility or have someone in your family that's autistic, this is amazing. So I do know that it should help the behavioral professionals. So which in my mind, going back into healthcare, it would mean include the autistic children, the professionals basically that care for these patients. So it will cover a lot of funding for that. I'm hoping we won't know until the bill is passed what everything, because sometimes when they go to vote, they'll say yes to something, but they'll be like, but no to this.
Right. So
I don't want to get people's hopes up and they listen and they're like, really? Okay, so Boston is on it. No, we don't know. But it does have, I did see where they are talking about those professionals, behavioral professionals, which in my mind, I would have to do a little bit more research on it. But in my mind, when we say that, coming from pediatric world, we're talking more so with like your learning, delayed learning and things like that. So I'm just hoping.
What immediately has come to mind is, how do I say this? Yeah, we're still speaking it. We know one of the things that I think we need to think about, that I can see being, unfortunately, a problem.
Right.
If you're giving access, this means it got to go to everybody, black, white, yellow, whatever. You're going to get access. So that means children are going to get access, which means that some of our children that are being put in special ed may get an opportunity to succeed faster because they really don't need to be in special ed. All they really just need is a therapist to talk to.
Right. So let's dig a little deeper into that. So then now you're opening up funding for the kids to actually be properly evaluated, because you do have kids that are in these special ed courses and things like that, but some of them ain't nothing wrong with them. They just need something else, something totally different from what someone else is trying to say. So I really feel like mental health is important, and taking your kids and or taking yourself to the doctor if you know that something is not right and getting that proper care is huge. You know, we laugh and we joke and we try to, you know, say, oh, you gotta be this or you must be this, you know, because you know that's just what, especially in our culture, you know, that's what we do, but we don't really know for sure until you both seek that mental health care. And this will be great because it's expensive. It is expensive. Those programs that I used to schedule for were expensive for autistic kids. So I can only imagine the rates for an adult, you know, and just depending on what they were diagnosed with and their medication and just everything. My heart goes out to I'm a heart led leader, as my cousin say. And I really, my heart goes out to families and just the expense overall. So I'm really rooting for Boston to get this passed by the Senate.
I like that. And then something else just popped in the head was my mom used to be a child care provider, and
Oh,
she had
awesome.
and she had a couple of students that had she had children that had autism. You know, so I used to work with them as well.
Right.
So I'm familiar with that. So one thing that popped in the head is, hey, I don't think we got nobody from Boston that watches the show yet, but
Might need to
you
hashtag
might know somebody.
Boston.
Yeah, y'all might know somebody from Boston, so we need y'all to talk to them. And if you're a child care provider, this may be an opportunity for them to expand their business if this gets passed, because now you might can hire some professionals. People are getting the help. Boom. So listen, y'all, this is a win-win for everybody, particularly those that are minorities.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask, you know, if y'all found anything y'all kind of like where Miss AS is coming from, I'm gonna challenge y'all to look at y'all cities, look in y'all states, and see if they have anything similar coming up. And y'all, let's get on the phone. Let's call these people. Again, y'all know one of the things I talked about, everybody trying to figure it out. So
Right.
this is a great opportunity. Don't think, oh, it ain't gonna happen.
I feel like it is.
No. I'm saying
good
don't think
about
that this
it.
stuff not gonna happen. That's what I'm saying.
I
Don't.
feel like it is.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
think it
it's
could
gonna
happen.
happen. And I saw additional barriers as I was scrolling. There were additional things that not things, these issues that it's going to address. So this will include the health insurance coverage, as well as your diversifying the workforce and addressing emergency department boarding crisis. Came from the emergency room as well. Please help us. We need to help. I'm not even on that side anymore, but for those that are still there, that have been there for 7-8 years at this point, please pass it. Like, we need all of the passing that we can get, all of the good things that
Good
they are.
juju.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're not working in it, you don't understand. You know what I mean? But if you've worked in it, or if you're still in healthcare, this is necessary. So I'm rooting for Boston. Please pass. You know, fix the issues. Pass it for the people. I'm for the people. Like, let's get this thing going because it's necessary.
Okay, I'm here for it. And yo, I know this is kind of different, y'all, than what we with the fitness report. And I'm challenged Miss AS, y'all. We really wanna, y'all, we cooking up some good stuff. But what we want to do is not just, we don't want to just give y'all the same old.
Yeah.
This is fitness. Y'all heard Miss AS was like, yeah, the fitness report is more of a wellness.
It's well, I do have a portion. So the other part to it was another article from Eating Peds. So that will touch a little bit into your fitness, because it's just the 10 ways to improve your mood naturally. So, you know, and a lot of that, it starts off by saying great physical health. So Mr. All In with your physical foundation and mental health, everything goes. Yes, that's right. You get those weights. That's it starts with your physical and your mental. It's hand in hand. So right. You guys reach out to him for your your virtual fitness tips and workouts. He's amazing. Okay, but just those 10 tips real quick. 1, lighten up. Sunshine boosts mood. Sunshine.
I've been telling people to let the sun hit them as soon as they go outside. So I love it. I love that one.
So sunshine boosts mood. So 30 to 60 minutes outdoors daily is what it suggests. So go outside daily. 30 to 60 minutes daily.
When this article was written, because they told us not to come outside, and some people be like, that was pre-pandemic. We can't be outside that long.
Yeah, this was actually February. So I mean, wear your mask. Be safe.
But let that sun touch you.
We all need some vitamin D. So go outside. Get plenty of rest. That's number 2. It suggests 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I know a lot of people said that they can't really sleep. I can sleep 7 to 8 hours, but what ends up happening to me, if I go to sleep too early, I wake up in the middle of the night. And so I'm up for like 2 hours before I can drift back to sleep. So yes. It also
work on y'all. Listen, if y'all like Miss AS, I need y'all everybody work on y'all sleeping skills, okay? Because Miss AS, y'all, her sleep schedule, like she just said, Miss AS will say good night, right? And
good night.
Then at 2 o'clock in the morning, she'll be like, "This is what I'm thinking about." What?
I have the best, but you know what? All creatives, entrepreneurs, I hear people with children, whatever. Sometimes you do your best work in the middle of the night. And like for me, if I dream something or if I went to sleep with something on my mind, but then I wake up in the middle of the night and there's like more clarity or whatever, I'm like, let me jot it. Let me tell them. Like I be with it. So that's why, that's why I'm successful, because I'm on it. Like even when I'm asleep, in my sleep, I'm still dreaming, trying to figure out how to smooth everything up to the next level. Like, so I sleep. I do get a lot of rest. I will say that I'm doing much better. My schedule was busy. Y'all that follow me, y'all know your girl is busy, but I'm doing better. Number 3, connect with someone, a friend, a teacher, a coach, a spiritual leader, or counselor, somebody that's a good listener. This is so important. You have to connect with someone that is going to listen to you, that's going to allow you to not be judged in that moment, that's going to give you reasonable feedback, even if you don't want to hear some of the things they say, but just connect with someone. Okay. Number 4, eat wisely. This is so important, you guys. We talked about this so many weeks ago, ongoing, about your eating habits. We gotta all do better. Number 5, go for gratitude. I suggested a couple of weeks ago, if you go back and listen, get your gratitude journal. We are so quick to talk about everything that's wrong or pick things apart. And it's like, sometimes you just need to sit down and say, well, what am I grateful for? Even if it's small things. I'm grateful that I opened my eyes this morning. I'm grateful that, I thought I was going to have a crazy day, but it ended up being an amazing day. So just start keeping your gratitude journal. We wearing off.
I don't know if y'all can't see it. That's why I went off screen for a second.
No. Wait a minute. Are you putting good, positive thoughts in there?
It says chat. I was trying to show it, but y'all can't see it.
Well, what does it say? We can't see it.
It says Jasmine's, that's my name, prayer journal and letters to God.
Oh, okay. That's different. I still need you to get another journal, and it needs to be completely, because that's one that's totally.
Can I get my win? Can we
okay.
Celebrate? I'm tired of you humans.
Yes, you're doing a great job. Now I need you to go get a second journal.
Let me celebrate for at least 5 minutes. Y'all don't be
I'm proud of you for getting a journal.
Go on with your list, man.
For your next project, let's give Mr. All In some homework. Your next. I'm proud.
They happy. Somebody gonna clap. I clap my own self if I have to.
And now, because we need you to follow the complete direction, and we want you to focus on the positive, because we don't know what your letters to God may be. It might shift. It might be different things. It might be word. It might be you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying I just want you to get an additional journal where you're just gonna be grateful.
I got a gratitude one. That one in my bag downstairs.
That's the one you need to pull out. Bring it for next week. I want you to bring it on virtual next week because I want to see this gratitude journal.
You ain't see me
But
go
I'm
off
proud
screen
of
to go
you.
grab that
I'm
one.
proud of you. I'm proud of you. Great job. Number 6, set it up. So what that means, exercise or play so hard you break a sweat for at least 30 minutes a day. Of course, you're gonna love that one because this is Mr. All in Fitness, and he is big on your workout sessions. So it's basically just telling you to get busy because it can help boost your mood.
Monday through Friday. You see, Monday through Friday. Rest, praise,
yes.
repeat.
Yes. Number 7, be kind. I love this. Kindness matters, you guys. Like simple things. It's all about simplicity right now, whether it's opening a door for someone, saying thank you, compliment someone if you're in a safe area where that's okay to do. I don't want, please come back safe. Don't just be walking around complimenting people when they ready to fight you, because I know some areas you can't do that. You can't pull up in that sense. But if you are in an amazing space where it's safe for you to be kind, please do those things. Number 8, turn off the TV. So here's a tip, and I'm going to tell you guys, I've taken this tip with me since North Carolina till now, living in Georgia. I do not have a TV in my bedroom. So turning off the TV is not an issue for me. I go like no TV.
I stopped having the TV in my room probably, let me see, I graduated, I think 2014 is when I stopped having a TV in my room.
Mm-hmm. Great job. You sleep better without it. So I used to go to sleep with the TV on. I couldn't go to sleep for a while without the TV. Okay. But now I don't even have a TV. Since North Carolina, when I was in Tennessee, I had one in both rooms, but no TV in the bedroom. So that's my tip.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I think I would feel weird right now being in a room with a TV. Not a room.
So when I go to a hotel or I visit like my family's homes, they have TVs in every single room. And I'm, and then I'll binge watch till I fall asleep when I'm over there. But for me,
but
I have too many projects going on up here. I like to separate.
I can't have lights on. Like I can't have lights on, or my brain will stay.
I don't mind lights. I don't mind lights, like your salt lamps or like your mason jar with the lights. I don't mind lights.
It can't be too bright. Like a night light, yeah. But if it's a certain wattage, it'll mess me up. Like if it's a real light, like that white light, I'll stay up. If it's a soft light, but it still can't be too bright. It'll mess me up. And even like with the hotels you're talking about, like I guess you can call me bougie. I try to get rooms that, like the Marriott, how they had a living room over here and then around the corner, so it still ain't no TV in there. So like I don't like TVs in bedrooms. But my bad, I was,
Now you good,
y'all. You're giving us something to talk about.
But yeah, turn off the TV, and it also says to try to watch less than 2 hours a day of TV. Lately, I've had so many, less than 2 hours. So for people that love to watch TV, it's suggesting that you watch less than 2 hours a day. If I'm really busy and I have a lot of projects and things going on, like recently, I have so many shows I need to catch up on right now because I literally haven't had, by the time my day ends, I'm ready to go to bed. Like I don't have time between podcasts, work, other projects. It's just too much. So,
So asking for self. If I don't watch TV Monday through Friday, can I carry over that time for Saturday?
Yeah, I mean Saturday can be your binge day because when I find something that I love, I'm gonna binge it. I'm gonna get into it, and I don't watch the whole season sometimes. And normally that's like more so on a Friday night going into a Saturday if I don't have too much going on, which hasn't been recent, but Saturday or Sunday, maybe, you're gonna watch more TV because it's like it's supposed to be your chill day, and you're probably a couch potato if you're trying to relax. So turn off that TV, you guys. Less exposure, please. And then number 9, address stress. I love this. It's telling, it says to try yoga, meditation, or another relaxation technique. Whatever it is that gets you to address your stress and remain calm, do more of that. Mine is going for a walk. I'll just make it a personal situation. I'll walk. I will step away. I'll go for a little car ride and go grab something to eat. Just whatever, just to get me in a different headspace if I need to, if I feel too stressed. And then number 10, I love this one. Ask your doctor about supplements. I am a vitamin taker. I love it. Zinc, all of it. Get all of it. If it's, if you're on other medications or whatever, ask your doctor. Don't just be taking everything. But for me, I am a faithful supplement taker. So that's good to help boost your mood. Because something could be off within your system or whatever. So yes. So that's all I have. I know it was a little longer, but this is all good stuff, that we all need right now.
No, that's great stuff. So how can we get those 10? Like, somebody ain't write it down, somebody driving, like, is there any way can they just hit us up on Facebook?
Yeah, you can follow us at Faith Fitness and Flow Podcast and catch it there.
Or just send us a DM and just say, hey.
I can send you the article. Yeah, I'll send you the article if you hit me up in a DM.
All right, we got y'all.
Or hit the podcast, whatever. We'll get it to you.
It's all the same. Look, we're going to make certain that you get that info. But first, we need you to make certain that you follow us on the Faith Fitness and Flow Podcast on Instagram. For those that want to watch the show, y'all been asking, hey, how can you more easily watch the show? Y'all can do that. Go to faithfitnessandflow.live. Faithfitnessandflow.live. You can watch the podcast. Faithfitnessandflow.com. You can listen to the podcast. All right? You want to listen.com. You want to watch.live. Faith Fitness and Flow. We got y'all. Faith Fitness and Flow Podcast on Instagram. And y'all, Miss AS, before we get ready to close this thing out, I just want y'all to know that I'm working very, very, very hard on a secret project. Okay? The secret project is called All In 24/7. Right? The secret project, All In 24/7. We're working hard. I'm gonna let y'all know about Project All In 24/7 when it is ready to go. All right? Miss AS, got any closing words for us today?
Praying that the Senate passed this bill in Massachusetts. Excited about that and all of the great things that it will bring to the providers, and as well as once the providers are good, the professionals, everybody's covered, then the patients can receive the best care. So I'm excited about that. And hit us up on Faith Fitness and Flow Podcast on IG, and we can send you that article about the 10 natural ways to boost your mood.
Listen, we got y'all. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
WATTBA! Hip-hop is about painting the world from a perspective of a ghetto disciple. Make certain that y'all join our Patreon. Link is down low in the description right now.
Yes.
And if you love this podcast, if you're still listening to this, we want to build a kingdom with you. But we can't build it with everybody. We need you. So make certain you hit that link in bio. Make certain you subscribe. This is the Faith, Fitness, and Flow Podcast with your boy, Mr. All In.
It's your girl, Miss AS.
And we out this thing. Week 49 loading. Don't eat too much, y'all. All right? Peace.